What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. We got a good matchup today. Another practice game playing my good friend Ruben. And we're playing Blue Buggy into Blue Yellow Nami. Blue Yellow Nami is a deck I'm incredibly intrigued by. I think there's a lot of ways to cook. I think it's the deck from this last set that's the most open to cooking. I like decks like that where you can build them different ways and do different things. I have a build myself. I might test it out soon. But yeah, we're gonna do this practice game. Tap 1 for a cross guild searcher. Search top 4 for a cross guild, and we can add a 10 cost buggy to hand. The other options were just other searchers, but let's get the 10 cost to hand. We're probably gonna need it. At this point, we have a Croc and Mihawk. We have another searcher. We have the 8 cost Luffy, and a 7 cost Dofi. He taps 2 for Hiyori. Hiyori allows him to take the top or bottom life and then add 1 to the top. Croc has leader ability, which allows him to draw. I'm guessing he stacked a Kikanoju on top. So I'm going to tap 1 for a Galdino Searcher, search top 4 for a Cross Guild, and we can add the Mihawk. Probably is the best one. Could add a Cross Guild Searcher though. Actually, no, could add a 2K. Probably going to add the 2K just so we have an option to play off of Croc and Mihawk. And then we're going to swing 7. Like, the Kikanoju can't proc, it can't trigger because I'm at 5 life. That's what I'm guessing it is. I never know, but I'm guessing that's what it is. So let's, he doesn't have Dawn, so he has to give a counter, so he gives 2K, 1K. Nami's ability has 2 effects. One, if any life is removed on his turn, and he has 7 or less cards in hand, he gets to draw. The second one is if Nami has a Dawn on her, he can pitch a card at any time to become a 7K leader on defense for the turn. So he didn't have a Dawn there, so I knew he could get 2K, 1K, or basically force him, if it is a Kikanoju, force it to not trigger at that point. That's why he probably aggressively countered. He's gonna swing 8 life. I'm going to take no trigger. He procs leader ability. He gets to draw and pass. So our hand size is getting big. We kind of are in danger of getting puddinged here. We go to our 5 Dawn turn. We can Croc and Mihawk. So let's do that. We're going to first swing 5 life. I'm guessing he's going to counter, or he's going to leader ability. And shouts to his doggo too. Didn't realize I was running 2v1s. But he's gonna leader ability to go up to 7K. We're gonna pitch a Dofi to play the Croc and Mihawk. Draw 2, trash 1. We draw 2 2Ks. I think about what to pitch. I have the cool tech cards. I'm thinking about probably getting greedy at this point, holding on to both of them. I'm gonna pitch the Hound Blaze, and then I'm gonna use that to play a Kabashi down. Not the best play to play down, but it's gonna gain blocker eventually. Maybe a 6K body. Kind of the best one at this point. He goes to his 6th Dawn turn. He's going to swing 5 life, and normally I would take this, but my hand size is pretty big, and I'm going to counter out because I want to keep above 4 in case it's a Kikanoju, but he plays a 6 cost Robin, and he burns a life. So maybe I should have just taken the hit, but then I would have been down to 2 life at this point. So now the idea here is we don't have another caster currently, so I think we're just going to hard cast the Mihawk. We can swing... we have 7 Dawn. We're going to hardcast the Mihawk. It is going to make the Kabaji gain an extra cost as well as gain blocker. And we can use that extra Dawn in case we run into a searcher. So let's do that. Draw 2, trash 1. We do draw into a searcher, so we can immediately tap 1 to search top 4. What are we going to add? We can grab a promo Buggy in case the Kikanoju comes down. But I already kind of did the Mihawk, so at this point I'm thinking like it might just be better to grab a 2K. So I'm going to grab the 2K. Again, maybe should have added the promo Buggy just in case it is the Kikanoju. I can just immediately shut it off. But at this point in the game, I'm thinking like next turn I'm going to 4 cost, and then I'm going to Buggy. I'm going to just pass. I don't, because again, I'm convinced it's a Kikanoju, and I don't want him to get that out at this point. That's why I don't swing. The Kikanoju would trigger in play. He swings 5 life. I'm going to give him a 1K. And then now he just has the Robin swing. He also has 8 Dawn. He swings 6 life. I could block with the Mihawk. The only way I could get... he taps 8 for a kid. He burns a life. And then he's going to pass. He gets the cycle 1 from the kid. Oh no, he drew one for the rocking of the leader effect, but he does forget to do the cycling of the kid, which is something I do every single time. I'm going to swing 7 into the 6 here. The idea here is all 9 Dawn is accounted for. I'm going to play a 4 cost and then 10 cost Buggy. But I'm going to swing some 7s into this Robin and either get his hand size down or hopefully it dies. We swing 7 into the 6. He lets it die, so that's great. At this point, I'm going to swing 5 life. And it's an Nami. I thought it was going to be Kikinoju. He's choosing to KO the Kabaji. I'm going to use the effect to pitch the card. I need to keep my board intact so I can bottom deck the kid. And here's where I also kind of make a mistake because I've already used I've already used Croc and Mihawk's effect. So if I ran into another trigger there that was troublesome, I would have been cooked. So I should have just done my plan first and then done it, because keeping that kid on board could be super troublesome. We're going to tap 4 for the Moji, and then we're going to lead ability, tap 5. We're going to pitch a Kabaji 2K, and we're going to play down the 10 cost, bottom deck the kid, and we're going to pass it back to him. So now our board's looking good. We have 2 blockers. One can draw us a card, and we have the 10 cost Buggy out. His board is just Hiyori, which has 0 power. He's at 3 life. He's got a decent amount of cards in hand, though, despite the fact that he's been aggressively countering in some plays. He's going to tap 5 for a Nami, which allows him to draw 3. And you can put 2 on the top or bottom in any order he likes. So he's going to put them back on top. And he's going to tap 1 for a Law Blocker. And then he's going to tap 2 for a Martial D Teach. That allows him to put a card on top. He can give 2 Rested Dawn. So he's going to give 2 Rested Dawn and 2 Active Dawn. He's going to swing 9. And wherever that swing was going, I'm just going to block with Emoji. I get to draw a card. And then we get to our 10 Dawn turn. We have an opening on board, and we have a 10 cost Buggy. So now we could leader ability, get rid of the Nami, pitch the promo Buggy, play the Buggy down, bottom deck the Nami. At this point, his board's kind of just a 1k body. Like, it's pretty weak. We're going to swing 7 life. Let's see if he uses leader ability. He uses leader ability plus a 1k. So now he's a 7k leader. We can really start poking him here. I'm thinking about where I want my swings to go. I'm going to be aggressive with my swings. I'm going to swing 8. I'm going to swing 8. And then I'm going to swing 9 with the Croc and Mihawk. And then I'm going to swing 12 with the other Buggy. And I'm being super aggressive. He blocks with the 1k. He's down to 1 life. Because I have the Kabaji blocker. He's not showing anything other than Teach on board. So, like, if he's going to swing big numbers, I can block with the Kabaji. He can't kill my Buggy. But yeah, just in a good spot. But I'm only at 2 cards in hand, so it's slightly vulnerable. He's going to tap 2 for another Teach. And then he's going to use leader ability of the Teaches to give Rest to Dawn. And he's going to basically swing... Oh, he plays another Law and another Teach. He's going to swing a big number of, I think, 10. Or, excuse me, 15. I'm just going to block with the Kabaji. And then now he has the 1 blocker. He doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. I think he has 0 cards in hand. We swing 5 life. No trigger. I'm going to swing 22. He has the blocker Law, though, so he just gives that. And now I can swing 12. And we're able to get it. So yeah, this was an interesting game. I think everything went about as according to plan as possible. I played the entire game under the assumption that it was a Kikinoju trigger and it was an Onami. I feel like I always get that wrong. Whenever I assume it's Onami, it's Kikinoju. Whenever I assume it's Kikinoju, it's Onami. It's just funny. But yeah, this was a fun game. Again, I really like Buggy Onami. I like playing against it. It's a fun deck, and I think I might try it out for myself. But yeah, we just were able to see everything we needed to see perfectly, and we were able to get the dub. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you think I did differently. Really appreciate you guys, and see you next time.